So I opened up the project for a Barn song today, and I completely forgot how much went into making this song, because I remade this entire beat from scratch, and there's a lot of vocal tracks. There are 9 or maybe 10. I think there was 9 vocal tracks here, and I totally forgot putting that much work in. And I just want to dive in blind and look at the way that I layered the vocals, look at the way that the instrumental came together, because quite frankly, for a long time, I really stunk at layering vocals, and I think I'm starting to get okay at it. And for somebody who doesn't know a bunch of harmonies, maybe doesn't have a background in choir the way that I also don't, I just want to show you what I did so that maybe it inspires you to add some vocal layers to your song, or maybe you just like, learning about how songs are made, and that's pretty cool too. Let's look at it. Here's the main vocal. Let's just look at the chorus here.
But here comes the 2 to the 3 feet of snow, playing hockey anywhere there's a rink or a road. It's a party up here.
And let's look at these background vocals right here.
But here comes the 2 to the 3 feet of snow.
So I got a harmony going on here.
There's a rink or a road. It's a party up here in the great white north. Friggin' rights. Let's go. Someone serve me up a big old plate of poutine. Maple
Lots of
syrup
times
and a
I
bag of...
really struggle to find, damn, I've got a long reverb on this. That goes on forever. Wow. Sometimes I struggle to find the harmonies in my head, but when I find them, like on this or in Tim's run, man, they just sound good, So I should be more patient sometimes, just, having fun trying to find a harmony. Sometimes I wish I could find it quicker, but that's okay. What's this now?
But here comes the 2 to the 3 feet of snow, playing hockey anywhere there's a
A bit of a chant.
road. It's a party up here in the great white north. Friggin' right.
All right.
Let's go. Someone serve me up.
These ones are a bit more, system overload. We got too many plugins running.
Serve me up a big old plate of poutine. Maple syrup and a bag of Hawkins cheesies.
I just want to listen to all those harmonies and these hype tracks together.
But here comes the 2 to the 3 feet of snow, playing hockey anywhere there's a rink or a road. It's a party up here
Now the main I'll add in.
great white north. Friggin' rights. Let's go. Someone serve me up a big old plate of poutine. Maple syrup and a bag of Hawkins cheesies. Winter's on
Wow.
a sled.
Those harmonies are nice, man. I wonder how I found those. I forget. Sometimes I have to play out the main melody on a piano and then play on a little MIDI piano and just toy around for a bit. But let's look at the instrumental. That was cool. And of course, there is this line of vocals from my girlfriend, Shafik Zabe, who's an amazing person. And this is what she's saying.
Bud, here comes the 2 to the 3 feet of snow, playing hockey anywhere there's a rink or a
Road, it's a party up here in the great white north. Friggin' rights. Let's go. Someone serve me
And
up a big old plate
the
of
part where I really always hear her voice on the song is, I think, is this it? Right, coming into the chorus when it goes friggin' rights.
when the hockey game is on, but here comes the 2 to the
That's a
3
crazy
feet of
harmony.
snow.
Maybe I should go through those as well. It's going into the last one, maybe?
On, but here comes the 2 to the 3 feet of snow.
Oh no, it's right here.
Let's go.
I always hear how much it adds to have this female voice on the part where we're going into the main chorus.
Friggin'
right.
Let's go.
Let's
Someone
go.
serve me up a big
And it just adds it makes it feel like multiple people are saying it because I can only sound like so many people with my voice. So adding that in just sounds so good to me.
friggin' rights. Let's go. Someone serve me up a big old plate of
So awesome.
poutine. Maple syrup and a bag of Hawkins.
All right, now let's look first of all at the guitars because that's where I would have started. I recorded the same thing, just one left and one right. Most of the time I record for a while and then listen to it for a while and just loop whichever bits I feel sound the best. And then I almost guarantee that I went to drums from there. I like to add my kick drum, get my kick and my snare sound locked down. And that's a nice little snare combination. Lots of times I use multiple snares. It's kind of a funny, springy sounding snare, but in the context of the beat, you don't notice all that.
Barn drinking Tim Beans.
can hear the sproing, sproing, but you would never think about it. It just adds to the sense of bigness. What's this? We got a tambourine on there too. Nice. Oh, I also add these claps as well. So I got hella stuff contributing to this snare sound. And there's also that tambourine. So yeah, that fundamental sound that is sort of the backbone for the song, I really spend a lot of time on, especially like kick, snare. Let's go to the kick next. So if I remember, this was the original kick. I'll even mute the clap. And then I added like a layered kick. Just a little. On the one count of every beat, it adds a little extra beef, you know? We've also got, I'll just show you guys this epic tambourine. I don't know what this is. Right, that's when things come in. Let's listen to this bass. What do we do here? So, whatever this perk is, this is probably helping with the impact on the bass. Oh yeah, that's like a classic sample I use a lot just to beef up the drums a little bit. So let's listen to the 808, because I went with an 808 bass. Do you know what it feels like to drive a Ford F-150? Have you ever brushed your teeth and then drank a whole jug of orange juice only moments later? Have you ever ridden a skateboard doing a handstand while chugging a beer? Have you ever had a horse kick dust in your face? We'll try all three at the same time, buddy. That's how it feels to drive a Ford F-150. That's what those drums do. Now let's add this in. Have you ever driven a Ford F-150? Well, if you haven't, then I'll tell you exactly what it feels like right Alright, so snare together with, we've got the drums, the snare, and the guitar. Besides these strings, that's the whole beat. Let me just mute the vocal quick. Mute the vocal, mute the snare. So yeah.
Let's go! Someone serve me up a big old plate of poutine.
That vocal is not muted. Here we go. Yeah. When you look at the components, it's a simple beat. But sometimes it takes a lot of time to find the right components. And that tambourine is doing a lot of work too. Like, the tambourine is doing what a hi-hat normally would. I'll mute the guitars and turn it up. And of course, the guitars are adding a lot of musical quality, but they're also a very rhythmic instrument, and so a lot of the bounce that the hi-hats of a typical hip-hop beat would be contributing from the hi-hats, you know what I'm saying. The acoustic guitar is acting with that. You can imagine a hi-hat following this pattern. I'll even just mute the guitars and do that.
Let's go! Someone serve me up a big old plate of food.
You can hear how it's kind of just 1, 2, but then when you get that, you get the bounce. And I also wanted to mention right now, because I just heard it, my brother's whistling, which he recorded to me on his voice memo on his phone. But my brother is an incredible whistler. His name's Donnie, and he's awesome. And he just whistled this for me. And you hear that all throughout the song, including in the introduction right here. Yeah, so I already went over that epic tambourine sample. What other samples do I use to help enhance things? What's this here? We've got a good old... Oh, that's my brother's whistling again. But that does come right at the end of the one verse. But yeah, I think the only thing I used is this Logic stock. It's called Epic Tambourine Space. And you just hear it when the beat drops in. It keeps friggin'. Yeah. And then you use EQ to like match that tambourine to the tambourines that I was using before so that they sound like they're the same tambourines, if that makes sense. Now let's just take a look at these strings, because the original has these beautiful like string sections and I wanted to add that. So what did we use? Stock Logic for the main line here, and I will just solo this for you. As you can see, I did a ton of different work on this with EQ. Let's just take everything off. Loki kind of sounds better. Okay, I can see what I did. I wanted to lift it and make it bright and sort of more compressed. It works. And then I also added these other components that are from an awesome free plugin called Labs. What is it called? It's Labs from... I forget where it's from. Just look up Labs plugin, you'll find it. And it has all these real recorded instruments in it. And this, what do we have? We have a... On the left we have Frozen Strings Violin. And then... Wait, that's the bottom. So this is on the left. And then on the right we sort of have these rakes. That's the tremolo. That'll be on the right. Okay, I'm organized now. So on the right I have one iteration of it doing that sort of... Then the left I have the very distant, spacey violin. Oh, sorry. That's the one going. So let's just listen for a minute. I'll add in the main now. And in the context of the song, it sounds like this. This is during the final chorus.
Everybody at the barn drinking Timmy's. Everybody at the barn drinking Timmy's.
Strings like that are one of my favorite things to do, as well as the whistling added in last afterwards. The special effects in between the verse and the chorus that sort of build that hype, or like the spacey tambourine thing. Those are great. And all the vocal harmonies. So normally when I make a song, I get the foundational structure, which is normally the drums and the chords. So this time it would have been guitars, then drums, then the main vocal. And I just sort of have like a skeleton version of the song. And then from there, I get to add these special spicy things that enhance it so much. So that's one thing that can be hard when you're working on music if you don't have as much experience yet, and you don't have that experience of taking a song from an idea to this fully finished, fully sculpted sound, because you build it to a point and then you're like, this doesn't sound the way I wanted it to. This sounds less good than how I want it to sound. But you have to have patience, because when you get those fundamental parts, you do that, and then you play. That's actually when you get to start having a lot of creative fun, is after you get the song sounding to that point of like, that's when you get to be like, what is the special sauce that I get to add to this to make it awesome? I guess that's my TED Talk for today. Thank you for attending. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you've enjoyed streaming a Barnes song, and thanks for watching. Here's a shout out for my Hoser Gang supporters. Love y'all. Bye. Thank you to these awesome people who support me every single month through the Hoser Gang, especially the Tier 3 supporters, Mike K, Graham G, Haley C, Aaron C, and Jonathan. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next one.